Hi everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I know I left you guys on a very sad note last month about Opie passing away. Still dealing with that. But I wanted to give you guys a little, kind of like a cheerier update as to what's been going on. I actually want to talk specifically about one of my favorite things, which is activism. One of the positives about my becoming a vegan and kind of finding my voice and, speaking out for the animals is that I've been getting more involved in activism. And I love it. Love it. Completely legal, above ground, protests, demos, amazing. I'm only going to talk about a couple of little things I've been doing. I know I spoke in an earlier video about when I went to, in July I think it was, the biggest protest on earth against the circus, against Ringling Brothers. That was amazing. Just this past Friday, I went on my second big protest. Previous to that, I've been doing little demos at a bar in town that has the Cruel Lobster Zone machine. I'll link down to kind of like our campaign about that. We've been just, doing protests in front of them and, just educating patrons and the neighbors about, the cruelty of the game. But this past Friday, which was technically Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, there was a Fur-Free Friday demonstration in Beverly Hills, and I was lucky enough to be a part of that. Now, similar protests were held in West Hollywood. I believe some petitions may have been circulated, and fortunately, West Hollywood has banned the sale of all animal fur. How awesome is that? So Beverly Hills is like right next to West Hollywood, or at least, close by. So we kind of want them to go in the same direction. And, but in Beverly Hills there's Rodeo Drive, which is often referred to as the bloodiest street in America because it has so many furriers, so many stores that sell the skins and pelts of these poor animals. So we just, went, and it was amazing. My first anti-fur demo, definitely going to go to more. Basically, we just all assembled, picked up our signs, did our chants, and walked up and down Rodeo Drive. Wonderful. We stopped in front of a few stores and concentrated our energy on places like Neiman Marcus, Coach, Salvatore Ferragamo, another store that I never knew. When we were in front of it, I didn't even know this. I didn't even know what it was. But just like your basic, I think we did Prada, maybe Ralph Lauren, a couple of the designers that still use fur because I don't know why they do. The fur industry is barbaric and archaic, and we certainly don't need animal skins anymore to be warm because there's so many synthetic options. And it's just pure cruelty. I mean, these poor animals, they're cruelly confined. They often go crazy, cannibalize a cage mate. They suffer amazing mental stress, physical abuse, the way they're mishandled. And then when it comes to the end of their miserable existence, to be, someone's, fur trim or collar or stole or coat or whatever, they're drowned or stomped on or anally electrocuted. And sometimes they're only just stunned when they go through this shit. They're not always dead when they're skinned. And they're skinned alive. I mean, how many times have I seen, like you see Earthlings or this undercover stuff where you see a carcass of a poor animal that has had its skin just taken off its body and it's laying there blinking. It's not cool. So, it's a horrible, horrible industry, and we want to see it go away. And fortunately, there are a lot of people that agree, even people that aren't, super hardcore animal rights activists, aren't vegans or whatever. They can agree that the fur industry is amazingly cruel, totally unnecessary, and just driven by greed and people's need to kind of elevate themselves above everyone else by saying, I can afford the skin of a tortured animal. So there is some good leverage that a lot of people agree that fur is bad, so there is a good chance that even in my lifetime we could see the fur industry really either crumble or take a serious hit. And I look forward to that. I do look forward to the day where I don't have to, talk about the fur industry or go to any protests because there won't be a fur industry. So that's kind of how we're all hoping for. But there was a little bit of dissension. Our demo was what I would consider peaceful. We didn't interfere with anyone going in and out of these stores. We didn't interfere with traffic. We just did our thing. We marched around, chanted some stuff, held up some signs. Some were graphic, some were not. They were all the truth. And we even had a seated moment of silence to commemorate the thousands of animals murdered for vanity. But I have to actually not really whine, but complain about something that someone said. Someone said that one of the groups that was involved in the protest, whom I have a huge amount of respect for. These people are beautiful, intelligent, compassionate people that are just driven by their ethics, and I love them all. And someone said that their tactics were aggressive. Now, I don't know what this person considers aggressive. This person said that this group uses scare tactics and scares people, and scaring people doesn't change minds, it turns people off of the cause. And I'm kind of like, well, what do? You just go up to people and say, hi, please don't buy fur. Please don't. It's not nice. Please don't buy fur. Or you go up into like a store and say, please don't sell fur. It's not nice. Just please don't sell fur. That's not effective. And it's like, people sometimes do need to be shown graphic photos and know what they're paying for and know what they're contributing to. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. No one was hurt. No one was roughed up. And, no one was disrespected. Seriously. There's nothing bad about the demo that went on Friday. But this person contends that it was aggressive and it turns people off the cause. And it's kind of like one of those things where the animals don't need us to be polite. They need us to be effective. And part of being effective as a movement is having different approaches to these different causes. Yes, there are people that will go out and throw paint on someone wearing a coat. There are people that will do the demos. There are people that get up in the middle of the night and go and glue locks shut. There are people that just stand there, holding a sign and don't say anything. There are the people that go and say please and thank you and tra-la-la-la-la. And the thing about it is that we need all of those, because all of those different methods appeal to different individuals. And when people see all the different kinds of approaches, all the kinds of different, the different ways they can make a difference and help these animals, it draws them in. Someone might see a peaceful protest and be like, that's not really for me. Someone might see something a little more in your face, a little more of a demo that's like, rah. They're like, oh yeah, man, that's awesome, I want to do that. In the same vein, someone could see something that's a little more aggressive, a little more in your face, and be like, that's not really for me. Then they see the people just standing there being polite and handing out literature, and they go, you know what? That's kind of more my bag. So I just don't understand when people, it's like, we all want the end of fur. No one's getting hurt. Seriously. Nothing that happened on Friday could be branded as extremism, in my opinion. And I just don't understand when, people within a movement kind of they sabotage themselves by decrying other legitimate ways of protesting or speaking out. It's just it's one of those things where it's for example, direct action saves lives. Love it, hate it, regardless of what you think of it, it saves lives. It's part of the movement. I don't like everything about that, about the animal rights movement that I see people doing or saying, but all I can do is just, develop my own ways and kind of focus my energy on that and making it more effective and it better, instead of just saying, well, that's not working, well, that's stupid, well, that's dumb, well, that's rude. Animals are dying! Sometimes you gotta be rude when animals are dying. I mean, seriously. So anyway, that's just kind of a little bit of an update, a little taste of what I've been doing lately with my activism. I do look forward to being a lot more involved and going to a lot more demos and protests, and I'll be sure to update you guys on that as well. But in the meantime, that's kind of it. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I will see you all later. And I'll try and update this a little more frequently. Alrighty, so, okay, bye!